Hello everybody! So here is a short demo video where I'm painting the same peony with two different kinds of watercolor brushes, soft and stiff. And while you're watching the demo, I will try to tell you a little bit about the difference between these two brushes. And the first peony I'm painting with soft brush. It is medium round, about 7 millimeters wide, weighs Huang company, the name of the company, and it's number 12. It is made of mixed synthetic hair and it's imitating the natural squirrel brush, but honestly naturals are usually a little bit softer. And you may see how soft it is, how it bends against the paper really well. And what I love about soft watercolor brushes, that they hold the water really well and they are great for painting the large images. Another thing is they are much more flexible, as you may notice here. As I said before, they bend against the paper. You may bend them really well, they're really soft. And this allows you to paint very free and to create more soft, versatile shapes and strokes. If you talk about painting flowers, you may create the general shape of the flower really naturally. All this allows the softness of this brush. Another thing is they're really good for very freestyle paintings. And what I don't really like about the soft brushes, that they allow very less control comparing to firm brushes. They don't allow you to control the brush stroke really well as the firm and stiff brushes do. If you want to paint details, add contrast and brightness to your painting, it is really better to use stiff synthetic brushes against soft brushes, because they are much better in these things. So this is all about soft brushes. They hold water really well and they allow to create soft and versatile shapes because of their flexibility, and that you may bend them in different directions and they bend really well against the paper. And they are really good for loose style paintings and for large size paintings. And another peony I'm going to paint with my stiff synthetic brush, and it is also quite soft. It's not really stiff as you could think. As you may see here, it bends against the paper, but not as well as the first one. But what I love about it, that you may control your brush strokes, you may control your brush much better, and to achieve deepness, darkness or brightness, saturation in your paintings, use the firm brushes. They allow this much better. And this is what I love. I love my paintings to have contrast between light and shadow. I love deep, bright shadows, deep dark shadows. And another thing is that synthetic brushes allow you to paint in 1-2 touches. So if for soft brush to achieve really dark shadow, for example, you will need to do the layers. So the stiff synthetic brush allows you to do it in just 1 touch. So it allows to get dark enough paint on it, because it doesn't hold water as well as the soft one. And in painting shadows and achieving contrast, it's the advantage here. So this is what I like. And I love to add the detailed accents. As you may see here, the petals in the center of peony, I like them to be really small and detailed, and to have contrast in them. And the synthetic brush allows this much better. Also, for painting wet on wet, as I'm doing here right now, the synthetic brush is better too, because it allows you to get more paint on it, and then this paint doesn't spread too much on the wet surface, and it allows you to get deep dark brush strokes when you're painting wet on wet. So here is the difference between these two brushes, and I'm using both of them depending on what kind of painting I'm going to do, but mostly I prefer firm synthetic brush, and if I'm going to paint more realistic, even loose painting but with more volume, with more contrast, I'm using the synthetic brush. But when I need to paint really loose style flowers, and I do need it sometimes, I'm using the soft brush, natural or synthetic. So also when I need to paint really gentle, light, soft petals, I'm using the soft brush for these two. And both brushes are nice, and some artists prefer soft, some artists prefer firm, some are using both of them. And I hope you liked the demos, and if you would like to follow them as tutorials and paint the same flowers, I would really love to see your results. So if you will share on Instagram or social nets, please tag me, White Hair Design, that I would be really happy to see. You may learn more about painting watercolor flowers enrolling in my course, which is on whitehairdesign.com. The link is below this video. Thank you for watching this, and see you next time.